Hello. In this video, I show how to migrate Microsoft 365 backups from a SaaS repository to a cloud repository in NAKIVO Backup and Replication. In order to protect your data from ransomware and threats with features like encryption and immutability, you can copy your backups from a SaaS repository to cloud storages or local folders. First, I'll show how to create backup copies from a SaaS repository to a local folder, then I'll show how to migrate backups to cloud storage. To start, we create a backup copy job to copy the backups from the SaaS repository to the local folder repository. To do that, click the plus sign and then Backup Copy. The Backup Copy job wizard opens. At the Backup step, select the source backups that you need to copy. Then, click Next to proceed. At the Destination step, select Local Folder as the destination for backup copies. Click Next again. At the Schedule step, you can set up a schedule for the new backup job, if necessary. You can also enable immutability for the recovery points. Once done, click Next. At the Final Options step, you can configure job options such as backup encryption and full backup settings. In this example, I leave them unchanged. Then, I click on Finish and Run to add the job to the job list and run it right away. In the pop-up, I set the job run scope parameter to run for all backups and then click Run. We now switch to the Data Protection dashboard and can track the backup copy job progress. Next, you should delete the backup copy job and select to keep the old backups. To do that, right-click the job on the list, then click Delete in the context menu. In the pop-up, ensure that the Delete Scope parameter is set to Delete Job and Keep Backups, then click Delete. After that, we need to change the destination for the original Microsoft 365 backup job and map the backups to the new local folder repository. Let's edit the Microsoft 365 backup job. To do that, I click the backup job and then edit. This time, I don't need any changes to sources, so I just switch to destination. At this step, I select the local folder as the repository instead of local repository SaaS. In the pop-up, I set to keep old backups. Then, I click Change to confirm changing the backup destination. After that, I click on Advanced Setup, and set to use the corresponding existing backups as targets. Click Proceed in the pop-ups as many times as you need to map your backups to the local folder repository. When you're done, click Save to save the job. Once the job is complete, our backups have successfully migrated from the SaaS repository to the local folder repository. From this point, you can benefit from additional features such as enabling source-side backup encryption and immutability. Encryption can help you secure backup data from unauthorized access. Enabling immutability protects backup data from change or deletion within the set period. If, for example, ransomware reaches your backup storage after a successful cyber attack, immutable backups still can be used for recovery. Also, you can now copy your backups from the local folder to the cloud and complete migration. Let's create a new backup copy job for this purpose. Select the Microsoft 365 job as source. Click the plus button above, then click Backup Copy from the pop-up menu once more. We now see the new backup copy job wizard again. At the backup step, you can check and set the backups to copy. My Microsoft 365 backups are marked to include them in the backup copy, so I can click Next and proceed. At the destination step, we now can choose the cloud as the target destination for a new job. In my case, I choose Wasabi. Then I click Next. Note that using NAKIVO Backup and Replication you can also back up your data to other cloud platforms like AWS S3, Azure Blob, Backblaze B2 and other S3 compatible platforms. At the Schedule step, we can configure a schedule for a new backup copy job. This time, I leave the settings unchanged and click Next to go to the final step. It's the Options step, which I can also leave as is. If necessary, you can configure such parameters as the job name, priority, network acceleration and backup encryption, among others. Click Finish to add this new job to the job list. After you run and complete this new backup copy job, you can get 2 copies of your backups, one locally and one on the cloud. This is how you can tier backups and implement the 3-2-1 backup strategy. Check the link in the video description below to explore how applying the strategy can help you ensure data availability. After successful migration of your Microsoft 365 backups, you can either detach or remove the SaaS repository. And that's how you can migrate Microsoft 365 backups from a SaaS repository to the cloud. Thank you for watching. You can also download a free trial version of the solution using the link in the description and try NAKIVO Backup for Microsoft 365 in your own environment for 15 days. If you found this video helpful, click the like button, and subscribe to our channel to catch new uploads.